Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we'll be going over, I guess, World Tour number 1. Some people said they wanted to see a world tour of my previous worlds, and I don't really... Is that a zombie? I don't really know where, I guess, previous worlds are. Most are on my laptop, and I don't know where that is. But the ones I do have on this computer, I will go over them, I guess, one by one in different videos. This one's 46 minutes long by the looks of it. So we'll just be doing this one first. But yeah, this was the world I had in like 1.12, August 2017 and I don't know, January 2018. But I just want to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. It means a lot, and let's get into it, I guess. So let's see where to begin. First up, we got, I guess, this bridge there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really used to doing world tours. So let's start with this sign right here. Yeah, let's start with this. So it was a server I had with my friends. There was like, I don't know, 8 of us or something. But I wanted to expand it out. I've always wanted to have like a server with, you know, a bigger group of people. Like, of course, people I know, but just, I don't know, people I've talked to. And so we kind of expanded out. And we had this little town, I guess, before the aquatic update. And then I made that Mario at some point. I'm not sure when. And behind that is the games area. We'll get that. That will probably be the last thing we go over because it's back at spawn. First off, we have these mushroom houses here. I learned these from Paul Source Jr. He was a YouTuber I watched when I was way younger. When I first got Minecraft, actually. Even before I got Minecraft, I watched his How to Survive Your First Night series on Alpha and Beta. And I loved that series when I was little. And they got me into Ethos Lab when he stopped that. So yeah, I've been watching Paul Source Jr. for quite a long time. So those houses, he showed how to make them in quite an early episode, actually. But moving on, here we have, looks like Zara's house and Nearly Social's house. That's Ty. Interesting looking house here, might I say. I don't know, it just appeared one day, but they have like a basement here. It's like a maze, actually. Furnaces, you know, and some chicken hanging on the wall. I do love me some chicken, so. And yeah, it's, you know, nice stone floor. We all used to build in this color palette, and you'd go through this painting on the way out. So yeah, it's a interesting place, I'd say. But moving on, we got these trees here with the glowstone. I remember Etho made these once. It was in maybe episode somewhere around 200. 150 to 200, he started putting glowstone in his trees. And I thought that was well cool. So I did the same. Moving on, we have, this is at Ty's house, we have the chicken family here. There were some chickens and they got on my nerves, so I gave them the axe. You know, they were laying eggs everywhere, so we have the chicken family here, rest in peace. And those raw chickens are quite old. I don't think they were frozen down there. I would not eat them. But we also had this cocoa bean farm because we were quite close to a jungle. Not sure why it's actually there. We could just go to the jungle, but you know. And here we have Ty's house. And the shopping district book I put out. It's a very old book. Now open. Shopping district. Start building your stores now. You may have must have badly. Oh yeah. So the goal with this was I wanted to. We'd have like this big shopping area because Minecraft was winding down, I guess. As Etho left, some other people left. So I was like, you know what? I should make my own server to fill the void of watching those videos. Didn't work, but I wanted to have a shopping area and I thought it'd be kind of cool. Yeah. That's about it with that story. Let's see. Right, this house right here. This is Ty's house here. We call it the chicken coop because it looks like a chicken coop. And he had this ketchup and mustard themed bed here. And he had quite a bit of stuff in his chest, actually. I didn't think he played that much. Oh, he had a lot of diamonds. I'm going to put that together because that's annoying me. And a lot of cookies. But yeah, I thought it's a nice house. It's an interesting house. None of us were particular good builders, but I'd say that's one of the better houses on the server. This tree here, this is the first tree of the server that I did not decide to cut down because I hate big trees. They're a pain to cut down, so I never did. But yeah, so let's move on. This was my shulker box of my stuff. I put this here just then. I have my Supreme chest plate and a bunch of other name stuff. I called it the Supreme Diamond chest plate because it was at a time when people in school were like, "Oh yeah, I got this expensive shirt." Me. I don't know if other people have experienced the same, but I just find it a tad obnoxious. We got a, let's see, ender chest right here, and why am I looking around? Just open the chest. There we go. Okay, we got the music discs here. A lot of them were from dungeons, but we do have Chirp there, which I must have gotten a creeper to shoot a skeleton. I mean, a skeleton to shoot a creeper. Creeper with a bow with no arms. That'd be interesting to see. And we have my cobblestone basement here with the chicken cooker. I have never made one since. In like the 3 years now since I made that. I've never made another chicken coop because, well, you can probably tell because of the noise. And it just put raw chicken in half the time. That was a railroad to Liam's place. And here we have my enchanting area with no enchanting table. Not sure what happened to it. And we have where I actually stored my stuff. And then lapis there. But in here, we had my storage room. This was, of course, inspired by Ethel. His was like oak and stuff, but I decided to mix it up a bit. At least I was being kind of original. I just used the redstone of it. But I put like a mustard yellow clay and then, I guess, blueberry jam blue, along with some quartz and purple. And you know what? It's not a bad storage room. I like it. I like what I did with it. I probably wouldn't do it again, though. I'd probably be a bit more original. But I like it. And I didn't even store much in here. We got the creeper face in the center, of course. What else? Yeah, purple. There we go. And we're going out here. What did I do next? Oh, yes, we went over here. Here we have a Brutus. Now, Brutus is the polar bear I brought over from the iceberg biome, because the iceberg biome, not the iceberg biome, but like the ice spikes, icebergs weren't out by then. But I brought him all the way back from there. It was quite hard to find. And it's kind of the reason why I keep calling the polar bear in my new world Winston. I've always liked having Minecraft polar bears as pets. They look like they should eat you, but they don't. So that's well cool. I also used blue concrete there, which is interesting, because concrete was recently added when this world was made. So yeah, over here is the railroad. We're actually going to come back to that later. We'll go around into Liam's stand the proper way. Anything else? Oh yes, I did miss this. The furnace array. Now this is pretty simple, just 4 furnaces. Now I do at least 8, probably 16 or 32, preferably. But it was really simple, and I might make a video on this just because how easy it is. If you don't need the whole 8 furnace array, it's pretty good. There's a hidden button. We'll come back to that later. And I'll actually show the redstone for this real quick. Yeah, it's just a line there and a comparator taking the input from that chest. So when you put stuff in, like this, it will turn off the rail, and it will get filled up. And then that redstone torch just powers the rails. So coming all the way back up here to the surface, out of this ugly cobblestone basement, we have Liam's stand. Now this was Liam's area. We were the only ones to really play this server too often, but he had a password protected thing. And he liked to call himself Supreme Leader of Liam's stand. He even built a sign there. He built a wall to keep the monsters out. It was quite effective, actually, until one big monster. We'll get to that later. And I built this for him here because he wanted a password-protected thing to keep everyone out. It didn't really work too well because, well, he kept the password in there. And he just wanted, like, iron bars, and he made me say communism. So, don't know. Probably a little phase there. And he has a big flag here. Moving on. Down here, he had a pretty big area, but he expanded a bit after the accident. You can see in the back there. Yeah. Again, we'll get to that. He farmed a lot, and then he had some sheep. And this one's trying to escape. Let's put him back in. There you go. You're not allowed out, Mr. Sheep. Yeah, he had a red mustard and ketchup sheep farm there. for all the wool he was using. Not much, but you know. And there's a lot of craters in here. And then there's the one big crater right here. And he also had this area over here. This was kind of the main place where I actually stored my stuff. Just thought it was a better place to put my stuff. We didn't actually have that many materials. Every time we went to build something, we had to get our stuff there. Nowadays, I just have a farm or something for like prismarine, and or I just, you know, stock up on stuff. It's just easier. Down here, I think he had something over here. He put his bedroom deep underground. It's not over here. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Right. He put his bedroom deep underground. And he made it like a lava floor. It really reminds me of Alpha. The way the lava's still flowing, he didn't even make it. It's still lava. I didn't really store anything down here. It's just, I don't know, it would drive me nuts. Having to go like 20 blocks underground every time I wanted to go to bed. Every 10 minutes or whatever. But, you know, made it work. So that was that. He never really had a permanent settlement other than Liam Stan. Moving on to the shopping area. We have this pit down here. We'll get to that now in a second. And then we had Alpha Bridge. I like this bridge. Looked like Alpha. Looked like it was made in Alpha, that is. And then we have this stand here. $1. Not sure what's a dollar. The stand or something it was selling. And there was a house over there. But let's get to this. This was probably the most interesting thing that happened on the world. Let's be honest. But if we go down here. There's lots of signs here that said like wither attack, danger, it's closed, whatnot. This was our mining area before. There was like one of those naturally generated holes in the ground. Why does he have a wooden door if I built up a password protected thing? Okay, whatever. But we thought, you know what? We got our mining area. We should fight the wither down here. Great idea. Computer timed out, Justin. Okay. But we thought, you know, let's fight the wither down here. Well, as you can see, it did not go too well. We died multiple times, and I think we spawned it somewhere on the obsidian thing. I'm not sure. Not too far down. Not as far down as we should have. So, yeah, that was a mistake. I guess kind of how it went was we started fighting the wither. It was going well. Then we died. Or Liam died. Then I died. Then when we were getting back our stuff, right, there's the ladder coming down. Let's go to that. Yeah, there's, you know, lots of explosions here. But if we come over here, there's a ladder up there. Right here. There's a ladder, and we kept coming down here. And, well, the wither saw that because, you know, the reason why I was destroying everything was because it kept seeing mobs, and with the wither kills mobs. Well, the wither got out, and it blew up the side of the sheep farm, so that's why half the sheep are escaped. Then it started making a crater there. And then it made the big crater. Yeah. It was a disaster. The whole wall was destroyed. As you can see, it's expanded, actually. But it made this really deep hole, and that's where we finally finished the wither off. Liam brings it up to this day sometimes. Riley, the wither's going out! But yeah, you can see we expanded the wall to wrap around, actually. But if we come over here, there was something down here, I believe. Oh, right. Down in this little cove. Right, there's the button. We go in here. Oh. Okay, it tabbed me out for a second, but, back. Let's see. Didn't really have much in here, but this was like my secret base, right? No one ever found out about it, ever. And we had a trash can here. It didn't work. Let's see if I can figure out the redstone, actually, what went wrong with it. I think it's somewhere down here. Yes, okay. Lever here. And then that right there. And then lock the hopper with the torch. Okay, so that is activating it. But, oh, the lever on the side. The hopper's full. And because nothing ever went out of it, because I didn't have a repeating clock. Now I would use observers or something, but I bet now if I actually flip this lever off and then take out all the stuff in the hopper, it will work once I flip it again. Yep, okay. I thought so. Yeah. Interesting base. And then the exit was the coolest part of it, actually. Not the Jeb door. The Jeb door was pathetic. But this, I might make a tutorial on this. Oh, I messed it up. I'm not sure how well these work now, actually. But you kind of gotta like jump up, and the grass comes down, and then it shoots you out, and you know, replaces the ground. It's well cool. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for the Liam Stan area. But if we go back over here to the rest of the shopping district, there's this house here. I'm not sure who built it. I can't really remember. But I don't know. It looks pretty empty, actually. Really spacious upper floor. You could probably sell that for quite some money in real life. It's a nice house, actually. You know, it's a really good suburban house. I still can't remember who made it, though. It's similar style to that. I like a lot of the buildings on this, actually. Like the houses. Same with the big one in front of me. But if we go back around here, crossing Alpha Bridge. What's this sign say? Oh, shopping district. Okay. Yeah, if we go back across the giant Alpha Bridge and our one shop, we come to these bridges here, and then Finnegan's house, not Rupert's house. It's just the wolf I had here. You can kind of see it, the name tag. But yeah, and then over here we had Rupert the rabbit. He was named after a wild rabbit that lived outside my house for quite some time. Yeah. There's Rupert. Let's try not to let him escape, because getting him in there was quite a pain. He's been there a long time. We should probably let him go for a walk. And then we have this fountain here. It's a fountain. But also, this just shows you how little space the storage room had. That's why the roof, it looks so weird. I thought it was somewhere down here. There was more. We also got Brutus here in his skylight, so he at least gets to see outside, even though his enclosure is very small. But we also have my terrible attempt at rivers. You can see them going in every which direction, not following any logical pattern. In fact, the top should be drained by now. But yeah, you see, it's going down this way, and then that's going down that way. And there's something down here, I think. No, just gravel. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Now, we got this big house here. Again, not sure who made it. It kind of just appeared one day. There wasn't really, you didn't see it go up. You got backyard 2. Maybe backyard 1's the one in the chest. Large, parrot, Gerard, barnyard, backyard. And then this was where Brutus was originally. Interesting. Okay, let's see if there's anything upstairs. Nope, just a spider. There's the balcony. And more. This is a big house. You'd have like a whole survival base in here or something. That'd be pretty cool. One thing I do remember about this house was how it blocked the entire skyline, which sort of brings us to our build over here. No, not over here, to the left. We'll get back to that later. This was another house in the village, and I like it. It's pretty simple, you know, like a spruce, or not spruce, oak design. See, this is the first time I've explored some of these places in a long time, too. So, was there a basement? No, I guess not. Okay. So I'm still wondering if there's stuff I missed from like a long time ago. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's this house as well. I built this one, probably from a tutorial. I can't really remember, just because of well, it's a bit too good to be mine, and I never use white stained glass, so I don't think I built that. Yeah, especially compared to mine right there. That one I did make, and I still make it to this day. It's a lot of times I just have like a 3x3 house. It's really simple and easy to make, so it's just what I make. Yeah, moving on. Let's actually go over here this time. Oh wait, what's this? Is this like a bunker or something? Huh. I've never actually seen this before. Is there something down here maybe? Nope. Okay, well, that's weird. Yeah, that would have been cool. We just stumbled upon like a whole bunker looking thing. Not very hidden though. I don't know how I missed that. Okay, but going over here, we have the iron farm. So this was the old design for iron farms, when you just used to put a bunch of doors together and cram a bunch of villagers in as little space as possible to spawn iron golems. Doesn't work anymore. Hasn't worked since 1.14. But I enjoyed making them. It was just a box with some water, really easy. I guess it is as easy now, except for you need a zombie. But you had to have them exposed to the sunlight, so we built that, and then we built a proper smokestack right there. Now I would probably put campfires on. It would look really cool or something. But you would go down here. We had a community iron farm. You just go down this ladder. And then there's another ladder, because I never made the first one long enough. And yeah, it made a pretty decent amount of iron. And this is what was left over after the reason why I made the iron farm. We'll get to that at the end of the video. The spleef arena there took a lot. But if we go over here, this was Riley Towers here. It was my first attempt at a skyscraper, ever. So I think it turned out okay. I mean, it's not very good. You can't really fit much stuff, and there's no lobby. Well, I guess there's a lobby, but there's not really much to it. So this was my room. Used dark oak for some reason. Dark oak and quartz does not mix, let me tell you that. And let's sleep here, actually. But it was just my attempt to reclaim the skyline. Instead of having, a big mansion. It was a good looking big mansion, but in the world of small houses, it kind of obstructed a few things. And here was another floor somebody else made. Not sure who. But the idea was, you'd have 2 blocks in between the things. So one person's floor would not dictate somebody else's ceiling. And the same goes the other way around. So because I had a dark oak ceiling, it doesn't mean they have to have a dark oak floor. I actually made it 3 blocks wide so you could have lanterns, powered through the middle block. And yeah, then I added this big spire, just like in real skyscrapers. The spire counts as part of the building's height. The reason why I added the spire, though, is because you can see everything. You can see all the way over there. I thought that was a really far distance. That was like my getaway area, right? And then over there, what's that? Oh, it's a village! Oh, I didn't see that before. Well, actually, I think I've been to that village because I brought... Oops, I hit my desk. Once I brought my horse over there, and then I lost him somewhere in this woods, I think. Which is actually very close to my modern base. Huh, I didn't know that. But anyways, the main point was you could see everything from here. You could see this police arena right over there. And just the entire village area, which I think is really cool. But if we go back over here... We drop down over here. We have the horse stable. And it's just a pretty simple horse stable. We had a llama, we had a horse. And I like how it turned out. I'd make it again. It looks pretty good, I think. And then we have the beacon. This was my first time making a beacon ever in survival. Which is weird because they've actually... Maybe it wasn't. But it's weird because beacons have been out... I don't know, they're still kind of new, I guess. But it took me a few years to make one. Survival, because we usually played factions, but we had some issues. It burnt down this building a few times because of the fire, so we turned fire spread off. But this here is my potion shop. And if this looks familiar at all to you, I guess you watched Minecraft with the lads, because this building is actually the original one I made of it. I think it looks really cool, and I changed it a bit for the other series. I think the new one is somehow worse. I tried making it so it had outline in the wood, but I think this one actually looks a bit better, especially the upstairs area. But this was my potion shop, so I guess the way it worked was you put your items or your bottles in the recycling bin and would bring them back and reuse them. And then I just wanted to make potions, so you'd put your money there and then you'd have your potions here. Let's have a speed potion just to speed things along here. I hope I didn't use that one brewing stand for all the potions. I don't remember. And then here was just my supplies. One single chest. That's all it needed back then. And this was the return for the bottles. So I had an item elevator down here, along with my, what's it called? Not warped. Netherwart farm, right. And the reason why this didn't work was because I didn't power the thing here. There's a few other reasons why it didn't work, but yeah, not my finest redstone. It doesn't work anyways now, even if it did back then. But I like this bedroom. It's I don't know, I like it with the orange carpet and the purple wool. Maybe I'd make it like purple and green or something like Dr. Doofenshmirtz. But I don't know, I just liked it because you could see the mine there, you could see the museum. Just the whole windows, it felt really, really open even though it was such a small space. So we got the museum there, we got the mine, and then we got the old buildings and Liam's den over there, and then the skyscraper. So I just think it's a really nice house, and I should probably remake it sometime, because it was quite cool. So let's go down here now. This was the mine. After the Wither disaster, we decided, you know what, it's probably not safe to build in that area, so we just closed it off. So we have this here, and there's a parrot down here for some reason. I don't know, I thought they only had those in realistic mines. But I tried making a slime farm down here. It didn't work. And then I usually just mined in this cave. So, yeah. Oh, the bat's dead. Okay, well that's sad. I mean, we didn't really do much mining, actually. It's like I had barely any resources. And this was just stone we used for buildings. We had a lot of quartz, because this building is almost entirely quartz, which brings us to the museum. That was a good transition. And so the idea of the museum was to save like the first of items, so like the first crafting table, the first pick, and all of that. And then we also have like the dragon egg in the center. But I've made a piston door here. It did not look good. It kind of altered the entire building. But we have artifacts like Bluey's feather, we just saw. The first elytra, that was Liam's elytra right there. Friendship cookies. Apparently my first pick is missing. That's not good. And we have a rose for some reason. Backyard's wool. And a saddle from the missing horse. And then Liam made this display in the center here of the dragon egg and the ender dragon head. I really like it, especially the end rods there. Yeah, it's, I don't know, I think it was the first time we ever went to an end city we got this stuff here, which is quite cool. But moving on up here, we have the nothing. Okay, there's nothing up here. But I guess we could have expanded it in the future. I still think it's a nice museum. It looks really cool. And while it didn't really fit with the style of the village... Oh, there's a sign here. This sign's telling the truth. That sign's telling a lie. Oh, I guess it's just a paradox somebody put. I guess, you know, it just looked really cool. It looked like a museum, I think was the idea. A creeper banner. It's probably a mob farm down there. And over here we had the wheat farm. So... it's very expensive. Oh yeah, I made a diamond hoe. For some reason. Because, you know, we did so much farming. Something tells me that wheat field was not harvested once. That's probably the original wheat right there. Just because I don't think we ever made bread. I don't even know what we ate on the server. It was probably just cookies. Which would have been painful. But there's this bridge here. And it just appeared one day, like some of the other builds. Never figured out who made it. But I think it's one of the best Minecraft bridges I've ever seen. That's like made out of stone. And I don't know if it's just really cool. I like it. Going down here, the mob farm, which I actually don't remember. Oh, maintenance. I love making maintenance rooms. It's probably me that built this. Oh, I didn't even add a door. Okay, it's just a zombie grinder. Nothing special. But if we go down here... Oh, it's broken. Oh, it must have been broken at the time, too. I can't imagine what it would do right now. Ooh, iron bars, that's kind of cool. I don't even remember a lot of this stuff. This is crazy. Empty. Yep, this is pretty useless. Oh, okay, so I think if you press the button, lava? No. This is weird. I don't even know how it worked. Oh, there's not even a lava bucket in there. But it's not going to power the redstone, because that is not a good circuit. That does not work. Oh, maybe it does, actually. Yeah, I bet you if I did put lava in it might work. I'm not sure if that block would power the dispenser, though. Oh well. That's just probably broken anyways. I bet you it killed the zombies. Because I can't see a rotten flesh farm being very useful. Unless it made, like, leather or something out of it. I think that should be enough. Oh, bedrock. I hope it was me that put that. That's kind of funny. It probably was because of the yellow beds. But moving on, we have the minefield, which looks like somebody stepped on. But we had a graveyard here. It was very simple, and we just like keeping track of things. So here we had Eddie and Amanda. These were two fictional characters from like some Minecraft high school roleplay videos Liam used to watch, or me and Liam used to watch, like as a joke, because the acting was so bad, but it was like, like really bad television. It's like that. But Liam went in the woods and he took like 2 pigs or something and put name tags on them, and then it was like reenacting the scene. He was like, "Oh, I see 2 people in the woods. Hey, that's a pocket knife. That's really weird." And they killed the 2 pigs, and it put their names in chat. So it was like Eddie and Amanda were slain by CI Guy 45, and I thought it was really funny. So we put their graves here. All right, we also have CI Guy's Iron Golem. Yeah, that was during the Wither attack. The Iron Golem was just chilling where that crater is today. That was kind of funny, but that cost a lot at the time to make. And then the last one there is Mike F. Walter had a busy life, and then the server and backyard the sheep. January 2018. Okay, I actually didn't know that was the official end date. I thought it went on like a bit shorter than that actually. Might have been when we closed the server as opposed to when we all stopped playing. But it looks like there's a lot of chunk errors here. You can see the world started to get a bit corrupted. You'll be able to see it even better later on. But like the world was too high here, too low there. It was really weird. But up here we have Mr. Walter Space. Now he was me and Liam's tech teacher in elementary school, and I would say it's one of my favorite memories from that time. He had Minecraft on the computers in the tech lab, and he had his own server. Me and Liam used to play on it when we were home. We were like the 2 most active members, and we created an empire, and it was just a really fun time because we would always go down at lunchtime. We'd like smuggle ourselves into the lab so we could play instead of going outside in the winter. And when he joined this server, it was great. He didn't play too often because he was busy, but even just having him on that one time was a really fun time. He built a base, actually, kind of. He built more of a base than any of us. He had his farm there, and he had his big platform. But he also had this mine here, and this was like, he was on when we weren't on, I guess. And there were some signs here, like you could tell he was doing stuff. So we were like archaeologists, except for we weren't digging up stuff. We were just finding artifacts. And we started placing signs here. So we placed some diamonds, and there was like a trap Liam put, and it killed him, and it was really funny. Yeah, so you can see the big crater here. I think it was like, the redstone dust trap. I actually made a tutorial on recently, kind of like that, but with TNT instead of dropping you into lava, because dropping people in lava is kind of neat. And if we go back up here, he actually had something else over here. We had a birch tree farm. We never figured out what he was doing, but I don't know. It's like some interesting builds here. And I think this is the only thing. Oh, check your crafting table. Okay, well. Yeah, there's just like a load of stuff here. Random door to the underwater. Nothing over here. And I've always wondered, was there another base that we just didn't find? So like, I've always looked around sometimes whenever I come back and check the world. Oh, I got really excited for a second. I thought he built that. But no, it's just new chunks in a new village. But I was always wondering, like, what he did build. But let's come all the way back over here. I don't think there's much else in this area other than that bridge. Maybe he built that bridge. I don't know. He could have. Let's fly over here now. So if we come over here, we have another bridge I built. I really like it. It didn't have a curve to it. It was kind of flat. But it was the first time I used this like spruce logs look like wet oak logs trick, and I think it looks nice. Kind of. It doesn't really now. The change is a bit drastic, but maybe if the water was deeper, it would look nicer. But I think it's kind of a cool bridge. It really shows the time we played in. Like now, like everything looks. Think of all the blocks that have been added since 1.12. Like there's the strip logs. That's a really big change. All the nether blocks. Okay, maybe that's it. I can't really think of that many now, but like there's so many blocks now that I would build with that we just didn't build with at this time. Like, look at this. We're all using wood, stone bricks. We didn't mix in anything. Birch was used a surprising amount. But, like, there's just so much change in the past 3 years of Minecraft, and it's great. Just, like, look at this here. This was designed in alpha by Paul George Jr., and he actually had it in the Minecraft annual book in, like, 2014 or something. The book is somewhere in my closet. I still have it, and like he built this, and look, he even got the squiggly lines on the chair. Okay, those music discs were definitely cheated in. I don't even think you can get the broken disc in survival. I'm not sure about that, but just this cabin, like look how old it looks. It's all old blocks. You could probably build this exact same build in, I don't know, 1.1 or something. I don't think there's anything newer than that. But then we built this dock because we had this massive chunk error here. We're just dropped off into ocean. And it's really weird because the world did blend kind of well, I guess. I think it was supposed to continue on a bit farther in the plains biome. And there's the village over there. And I also built this underwater house here, which I bet you I didn't even drain. Okay, maybe I had to drain it. I didn't build anything in here, but I did at least drain the water. I don't know where I got the sponges. I probably filled it up with sand or something. But over here was Rileyville. Because, of course, we had the major threat of Liam Stan. We needed an allied power, and that was Rileyville. Okay, I just cut out like a 10-minute clip of me looking for the horse missing in the cave, because I thought I saw the cave. But I actually discovered there was just a big mountain of gravel that fell from the ceiling. So I'm going to assume the horse is dead, unfortunately. But here, this was my little tower thing I made. And it was small. Over here we had a tree house. Again, I don't think I designed this either. It's too good, or I don't know. It's like 4 trees put together. I just don't see myself ever making that. Especially with the combination of birchwood and brown stained glass. It's not something I'd make. But if we continue up here. Nope, it's just trees. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, this thing kind of just appeared, I guess. Except for I built it, so I don't even remember building it. I assume it was me that built it. I don't know. I've lost a lot of memories from this server, unfortunately. But over here was like my main base there. Over there is a castle to the right. I realized later I didn't actually show it, but it's just some cobblestone walls. There's nothing to it. We have this modern house. Again, I highly doubt I made this. It looks like something from like a 2015 Minecraft tutorial. I wonder if I can find the video, actually. If I can find it, I'll link it, but I don't think I can. Yeah, you can see it's very flawed. The basement lined up poorly. That's because I made the basement, I think. Or at least I designed what I put in there. And I just had 3 furnaces here. Now I'd have, I don't know, 16, again, as I said earlier. I don't know how I managed to live in this thing. There's a chicken in here. And then creeper painting. Creeper painting's the best one. And yeah, I think there's something upstairs. Chest room? Yeah, chest room. With my 8 double chests here. Somehow this was all the storage I ever needed, except for I bet you they're mostly empty. Like, yep. Oh, okay, we got a lot of remaining quartz. I don't know how I got all this quartz back then. Especially because I don't think you could get it from villagers, and I didn't really trade with them. But going down here, this was where like the main base was. So I had this secret wall thing. I remember this because I made a tutorial on it after I remembered about it. But there was a torch key here, and it doesn't work. That's because I built it wrong when I made it originally. It's something with the double piston extender. I got the timings wrong on the repeater. I think it's one of these. Got to be 4 ticks. Yeah. That should fix it. I don't know. But I don't have the effort to fix it. So let's just look in these chests. Oh. Okay, yeah, there's no doubt that I cheated on this. Probably near the end, I'd say, when people stop playing. Because I don't see how I would get 5 stacks of diamonds. Even today, that's a lot. I know I did have, like, fortune tools. I had, like, full diamond armor and stuff. I got that on my own. But there's no way I made... Okay, the TNT might be legit. Wait, no. No, there's no mob farm on this. That's definitely spawned into. I know this. That's how this server ended. We all just started cheating because Liam turned on his client. And I was like, well, if Liam's going to turn on his client, then I'm going to use my op powers. And that was the downfall of this server. So, don't cheat. Oh, I had bookshelves here. I thought they would affect the enchanting table. Um, they didn't. Yet somehow I think this... Yeah, it's still level 30, but I don't think I ever... It was somehow messed up. Because I could never get the floor right on the other side. And then there was this secret door, which has a very visible pressure plate. And the redstone is very simple. It's literally just 2 redstone dust. That's all it is. And there's... Oh, there's the wandering trader. Yeah, it's just 2 redstone dust and piston. But if you were to come down here... Let's, yeah, look how easy that is. I don't know why I keep messing with that. But if you come down here, there's like a cave. And this lava pool was actually the way it was. It was like a deep lava pool. Only one of those things was coming from the ceiling, though, which I thought was really cool because I never saw that before, like lava falling down like it was in the nether. But then I built this with some of my very legit TNT, and I thought it looked very cool at the time. Now it looks really weird, but you know, it's like a lava meets ice sort of theme. You know, we got the water here, which didn't look very good, and a lot of obsidian. But there was also my pool escape here in case somebody invaded my very small mansion. It's not like there's a place to hide or anything. But yeah. Yeah, this tunnel, it's a very long tunnel here. And it goes all the way to the base. It's just the exact same thing. It's just stone with the with slabs on the side and ice, so there's nothing to see. But I believe we're approaching the end here of the tutorial. Why can't I go up? Let's see. Let's go through here. I don't know. It was an okay base at the time. I think I was really proud of it when I first made it. Because it was like a proper house and all I had was the oak house before. But let's go check out that village I saw earlier. Let's just see if there's any remnants of what Minecraft used to be like, I guess. Let's see. Okay, well, there's all the old houses here. Oh, look at that. They're all the old villagers, too. I guess none of them, well, I guess no, there wasn't any interactive things in villages. There was the crafting table and, like, the librarian house, but that's about it. But yeah, that house right there, that's kind of what I based my original house on. I just gave it a roof, made one that looked exactly like, and called it a day. Yeah, I like these villages. I remember them well. Okay, yeah, we were definitely in here, though. Okay, so now we head back to where it all began. I had an ice farm there, which somehow worked in the opposite effect of what I thought it would. Probably because of the chunk area it sits on. But if you look here, why did the ice only freeze under the slabs? It's like a weird cursed Minecraft thing. There's a lot of like caves and stuff here. But if we head back, we can actually go to the games area. And this was kind of like my big project. Well, I guess I didn't really have any big projects, but it was what I really wanted to have work. It's why I made to try and revive the server and get people playing. Because usually only people played when I play. And that's still a thing I find. Like people always say, oh, you know, the server's only alive when there's somebody on, and then people say there's no one on because no one else was on, but whatever. So here we have a big ladder. It was for King of the Ladder. You know, pretty self-explanatory. People would climb up the ladder. First person to reach the top of the ladder got to stop everyone else from taking their spot. And I thought it was a really cool game at the time. And still do. I think if you get like the right group of people, you can have a lot of fun just with a ladder. But this was the big spleef arena. No, I did not use hopper minecarts like I should have. I used hoppers, and that's why I built the iron farm. This thing was built 100% legit. And I can guarantee that because it was built very early on, like right after the iron farm I started making this. Yeah, why did I do that to myself? So many hoppers, so many shift clicking. This was like the storage room though, where you would change into your spleef outfits with your shovel and you'd put your items there. You know, see we got blue team. I don't think anyone ever played blue. Yellow, and then we got all the snowballs of the remaining like the floor after you were done, right? So when you break the snow, it will fall down, and then you'd collect it after and replace the floor. So we had the spleef sign there. I think I did okay with the sign for it being 3x3 letters, and the stands no one ever watched. But we had a lot of leftover snow there. And then over here, there was nothing. Okay. But I think that's actually it. That might have been everything we ever built on this world, which is a surprising amount. There's 40-something minutes. Yeah, 45 minutes into the video. And it's, wow, huh. In 3 months. Well, I guess there was multiple of us, but you know, it's quite a lot of things built. I think I covered things in a lot of detail for the most part. Like I talked about it, so yeah. I guess that's world 1. The other world I have is much bigger. It's making me a little concerned now that it might be a 2-hour-long video. This file right now is 150 gigabytes. Maybe because I recorded it in 1080p, but you know. But I just want to say thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I hope there's many more to come, and I really enjoy making videos. I'm glad people enjoy watching them. So if you made it this far in the video, I guess say something like, I don't know, what your favorite build is or something. That, you know, if you want to see the second world tour, you know, say so. So thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.